What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, here for the Yankees pregame. Yankees-Red Sox tonight, Game 2. Montgomery is on the mound against Nathan Eovaldi. Hopefully the Yankees could rebound today. But you know who has rebounded today? Pat is back. I'm energized. We're ready. We're ready to win tonight. Let's go. Shout out to everybody currently in the chat. It is currently 6:02 Eastern Standard Time. Hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday. You love to see the Saturday night games. Big fan of the Saturday night games. You guys know, not a big fan of the day games. So when I look at the schedule and I see a Saturday game start at 7 p.m., I'm all here for it, bro. All here for it. We have a lot of things to touch on today before the game does get started. But let's take attendance / roll call. You guys know the deal. Shout out to Larry's Treasures. Don't know what his treasures are, but I hope they're good. We got Stevie Bats, Lori, Daryl, Ed King. We got Damian, RG, KG Baseball. I see Diego, Steven, Brad, Majestical Chicken. I love that name. We got Bright, Jesus, PX, Andrew. Who else? We got Ryan, FJ, Circuitry. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. I see PX asked, is it on ESPN? As Lori just said, no, the game is on Fox tonight. I don't know if Joe Buck is going to be announcing. We had a whole discussion about Joe Buck last night. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I don't hate Joe Buck. I'm just saying. But let's get into the lineups. Chad, how about we do that? Let's look at the lineups for tonight. Honestly, it's pretty identical to last night, other than Brett Gardner being in there. But I'll read it off anyway. We got DJ LeMahieu leading it off. Judge 2, Sanchez catching in the 3-hole. Stanton 4, Voit 5, Urshela 6, Glaber 7, Andujar 8, Gardner 9. I'm also a fan of how they kind of put Gio ahead of Glaber. I think that was kind of a smart move. We talked about that yesterday as well. I'm a fan of this lineup. I think I'm kind of on board with Clint Frazier being benched. I think it's kind of like deserved at this point. It sucks. I'll say it that much. It sucks that we've seen Clint Frazier underperform so much. But at this point, it's brutal that we look at Brett Gardner as like an improvement over Clint Frazier at this point. It's crazy to think about. But that's just kind of where we are. That's where we are. But Jordan Montgomery is on the mound. You guys remember his most recent start was against the A's on the 20th. That was Sunday. He went 5 1/3, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Pretty solid start for Montgomery last week. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt going into tonight. So I guess we'll see. I really guess we'll see. Switching back over to the mainframe here. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I'm for some odd reason, I have confidence going into this game. I have extreme confidence. For whatever reason, I have no idea. Maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I'm delusional, Pat. No idea. But I have an abundance of confidence. Let's go. Let's see what we got in the chat. Chat, you guys know. Give me your questions, comments, concerns. Let's talk about some stuff. But Jesse Dominguez says, hot take, Monty will throw a no-hitter until the 8th inning with 9 Ks tonight versus Boston. Bro, if he does, I'll give you a huge salute, my guy. A huge salute. I can't do it now, though, because he hasn't really done it yet, but you know what I mean. Nuclear Yank says, remember me? Sorry I haven't been watching. You know what? That's no problem, bro. You're back. That's all that matters. I appreciate everybody that watches, no matter how frequently or infrequently you watch. If you take time out of your day to watch whatever piece of content that we're putting out here, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You get a hashtag Pat Hug. Let's see. Freddie says, when are we finally going to beat this team? It's getting pathetic. I hate those fans yelling in unison, Yankees suck. To be honest with you, I feel like it's not just Red Sox fans chanting that. It seems like it's also Yankee fans as well doing the Yankees suck chants. I wouldn't kind of knock them for doing that last night. The Yankees sucked last night. But that's why tonight is so huge, because then they could rebound. I want to see how big the Yankees could rebound tonight. That's going to be the key. If the Yankees come out tonight and they're just looking like as depleted as they did last night, we have a serious problem on our hands. But if they come out and rebound against Eovaldi, the whole narrative is shifted. Completely shifted. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Jesus says, breaking news, Frazier's on the 2-year IL. So speaking of the IL, Wandy Peralta and Zach Britton were both placed on the IL today. I believe both 10-day stints for them, obviously. Yeah, but both on the 10-day IL. In their place, the Yankees called up Albert Abreu and Brooks Kriske, I guess because they were on the 40-man regardless. So it just sucks because I really want to see a guy like Trey Amberge or Hoi-Jun Park get an opportunity at this point. I'm pretty sure Amberge extended his on-base streak now to like 36 games, something stupid like that. I don't know what else he has to do at this point to earn a major league call-up. I don't know. Does he have to hit like 500 in his next 5 games and then maybe they'll decide to call him up? But right now, does Clint Frazier have any options, chat? Chat, someone do the research like on the clock. I'll give you a shout out. Does Clint Frazier have any options left? Yes or no? Because if he does, you send him down tomorrow. Well, you send him down tomorrow after the game concludes, and you call up like a Trey Amberge. I truly think that you need to do that, and I've kind of been saying this for a couple weeks now. Send down Clint. I think that that's kind of what you have to do. However, I don't know how the Yankees would make space on the 40-man, because they do need to make a spot on the 40-man roster. They have quite a few guys on the 40-man roster that like just don't make sense as to why they're there over a guy like Hoi-Jun Park or Trey Amberge. I'm looking at the Yankees 40-man roster right now, and we're looking at guys on there like Yoendrys Gomez. He's a pitcher in, like, what even level of the minors is he in? Because I've never even heard of him before. Yoendrys Gomez is 21 years old and has never pitched above single A before. But for some reason, he's on the Yankees 40-man roster. Like, does someone want to explain that to me? Please let me know. And then, like, looking down the 40-man roster as well, you have, like, who else you have? You have Oswald Peraza on there. Like, I don't understand why Peraza has to be on the 40-man roster. Is there stuff deeper into this that I don't know about? Because Peraza's another guy who's never played above double A before. So I don't get it. Anthony says Trey should be up right now. Give the kid a shot. Left field is already bad with Clint. Just experiment with how Trey does. Exactly. If Amberge comes up and he just pisses the bed, I'll be okay with it. Because as long as I'll be fine as long as he gets that opportunity. But it pisses me off so much because I talked about this with Dan on the Pat and Dan show on Thursday. Yesterday. No, today's Saturday. Thursday. We talked about it on Thursday. I was like, even if the Yankees do call up Amberge to give him an opportunity to play in left field, right? You guys know for a fact he's not going to be getting consistent playing time as long as Brett Gardner's on this roster. You guys know that 1,000%. Trey Amberge will never get a legitimate... Trey Amberge or any other minor league outfielder in this case will never get a legitimate opportunity playing in the outfield every day as long as Brett Gardner's on this roster. And that was the case with Clint Frazier for years. That's why this season was kind of like the first year he actually got a legitimate opportunity, even though he was benched like 5 games into the season. But that's what I'm saying. It's so annoying at this point. It seems like the Yankees never... I'll say it this way. The Yankees don't hold anyone accountable for anything, good performance or bad performance. You have guys in AAA that are absolutely raking. You're looking at Hoi-Jun Park and Trey Amberge, who are studs right now. And you want to see what they're capable of at the major league level. But they're not kind of being, like, what's the word? They're not being rewarded by the organization for their great performance. However, also on the flip side of things, you're looking at guys who are kind of putrid, putting up horrible performances so far this year. You're looking at Clint Frazier. You're looking at Brett Gardner. And these guys aren't being held accountable for their poor performance. I think at some point you need to reward the guys who are doing really good, and you need to just totally hold the guys accountable who are doing bad. It's as simple as that. It's stupid, bro. I'm annoyed. I didn't think we'd be going on a hashtag Pat rant on the pregame, but like now I got like some more energy in me today. Yeah, we're ranting. Because I'm pissed off. Hey Siri, play I'm Upset by Drake. Cool. Let's see. Jesse Menges says call up Greg Allen. Well, I don't think Greg Allen's on the 40-man roster either. And I also don't know how Greg Allen's even performing in AAA so far this year. I was on the Greg Allen train for a while this offseason, but I mean, once Trey Amberge started doing what he was doing, I mean, how could you kind of pick Greg Allen over him? So far in 23 games, Greg Allen's batting .215 with a .370 on base, .663 OPS. No, if anybody's telling you call up Greg Allen over like Amberge or Park, you're delusional, bro. You're actually delusional. But listen, shout out to Yo Elvis with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Yo Elvis. Waiting on those Brian Ferry guns to pop up. He says, at this point, feels like we're playing in the National League. Gardner and Frazier is our pitcher who bats 9 for us. Bang, bang, bang. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Let's go. Appreciate you, Yo Elvis. I agree, 1,000%. You look at like some of these pitchers in the National League, and they're actually putting up much better numbers than like Brett Gardner and Clint Frazier are. You look at like Jacob deGrom, for example. I'm pretty sure he's batting like over 400. Meanwhile, you have Gardner and Frazier who are barely hitting above their weight. It's shameful. I don't know when this is going to change. I really don't know when this is going to change. It is what it is. Daryl says, what reason would I have if I were a great prospect to be signed by the Yankees, knowing that my chances of making the big team are going to be quite limited no matter my performance? And this is also another thing that's very true. You look at a guy like, I don't know, whoever the Yankees plan on drafting so far in this year's draft, I'd probably be pissed off if I was that guy getting drafted by the Yankees. I'm not going to lie. Because you want to be drafted by an organization that you know has faith in their young guys, right? And knowing that if I perform well in the minor league system, I'm going to get rewarded with a call-up. The Yankees just don't tend to do that. And I don't understand why. It seems like they play favorites in the weirdest ways, right? If Esteban Florial was batting probably like 250 in AAA, even if he was batting like 220 in AAA, what are Esteban Florial's numbers in AAA? Because I guarantee you, if he was performing a little bit better than he is now, he probably would have been called up just because the Yankees love him. But so far in Scranton, in 26 games, he's batting 204 with a 317 on base. I guarantee you if he was batting at least 220, the Yankees would have called him up. 1, because he's on the 40-man, and 2, because they're in love with Esteban Florial. But then on the flip side, you have a guy like Hoyjun Park and Trey Ambergy, who the Yankees aren't necessarily too high on, but they're raking and they're not being given the opportunity. And they're like 25, 26 years old. It's actually so weird. Bro, Florial's 23. Meanwhile, he's getting opportunities over guys like Park and Ambergy, who are almost at their prime at this point, if not already in their prime, bro. Stupid. Jonathan says, players have to be on the 40-man to be protected from other teams being able to take them, just like the pitcher on the mound last night for Boston. Yo, the fact that we could have had Garrett Whitlock, who's an absolute stud with the Red Sox right now, and we decide to like keep like Nick Nelson, Brooks Kriske over him, bro. Like, who runs this scouting department? Like, who runs the analytics of the Yankees organization to be like, yeah, Garrett Whitlock, gone, but like, Brooks Kriske, bro, this is the guy who needs, like, the major league opportunities. Get out of here with that, bro. Come on. So annoying. Sawbelly says, Ford is playing here in Durham, North Carolina. He's raking too. Of course he is, because Mike Ford can't hit above 100 for the Yankees in AAA. But all of a sudden, he goes to the Rays AA team, and he's an absolute Babe Ruth. I'm going to get myself worked up and, like, sweating before the game even starts. So let's not do that. Let's take a minute. Let's sit back. Let's relax. Let's meditate. Let's chill. Anthony says, yeah, DeGrom gave up 2 earned runs against the Phillies, about to take the L. DeGrom is the best pitcher in baseball by far, but he doesn't give length like Cole does for us. Yeah, DeGrom is the best pitcher in baseball, like, by far. No one could honestly doubt that. Not So Family Fun Vision says, call up Patrick Hennessy. I heard he hits better than Klebench. You know, I actually heard of that Patrick Hennessy guy. I don't know what he could do with the bat, but I'm sure it can't be any worse than Klebench right now. Or Brett Bench. I'm so tired of Brett Gardner. I talk about him every day, bro. Nothing changes. I'm tired of Clint Frazier. Talk about him every day. Nothing changes. And it's so weird because, like, I get, like, these random comments, like, after the post-games end or, like, on our videos, and they'll be like, Pat, why are you like, so tough on guys like Rougned Odor and Brett Gardner, but you're not hard on Clint Frazier? I'm not hard on Clint Frazier? Really? Because I feel like I come on here every day and rant about how disappointed I am in him this season. The fact that you guys think I'm not hard on Clint Frazier? Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that, bro. Moving on. Jesus says, today my pumpkin ball team won. We got our first W. What does that mean? You play, like, baseball with pumpkins? Like, those mini pumpkins, you chuck them, and then, like, home run? Is that what pumpkin ball is? Or am I stupid? I have no idea. Let's see. Daryl says, I think we have to go up to Park and Ambergy, the two at the same time, not just one. Let both of them support each other and feel confident that there's faith and confidence in their abilities. Daryl, yes, bro. 1,000%. I've been saying this for so long and no one seems to ever agree with me. You need to call them both up at the same time. The same exact time you bring up Park, you bring up Ambergy, make it like a 2016 situation when you called up Judge and Austin. Make it like, I think it was 2005 when the Yankees called up Melky and Cano. You have to do this and just inject double the life into this lineup right now. They both don't necessarily have to start every single game together. But I think if you call them up both at the same time, that injects so much life into this team. It improves the confidence for both of them, and it actually talks about what I was referring to earlier, where players who are performing well actually get rewarded for their performance, and I'd love to see that, bro. Let's see. PX says, do you miss Tanaka, Pat? I do miss Tanaka, yeah. I mean, I think Kluber was the better option. However, I mean, you should have banked on Kluber getting injured, but I don't know. I think Tanaka's going to be back one day. I guess we'll just have to see. Henry says, is this the closest we will see Pat to a bad mood? I'm not in a bad mood, bro. I'm in a good mood, but I think the more you kind of think about like this organization right now and how we have so much talent in the minor leagues that just aren't getting the opportunities because they're blocked, it's just a little bit frustrating. But I'm not in a bad mood by any means. Listen, chat, I'm on like energy level 1,000 today. 1,010, actually. Let's go. Zeshan says, is it just me or Pat and Brendan Rodgers kind of look alike? And we got a new doppelganger. Bang, 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 bang. Give me those bells in the chat. Okay, I don't remember what Brendan Rodgers looks like. I think he's a redhead, if I'm not mistaken. A soccer? No, I'm pretty sure he's on the Rockies, no? Okay, yeah, no, I see him. Okay, well, he has a beard. His hair's much lighter than mine. His hair might be longer than mine, too. His hair is definitely longer than mine. I don't see it. No, I don't see this one. I really don't. Pat, you look pissed? I'm not pissed, bro. I'm happy. Pat kind of looks like Charlie Blackmon. All right, yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? Let's take a look at the pitching matchups from tonight. Like I mentioned before, Jordan Montgomery is going up against Nathan Eovaldi. If you guys want to know how Eovaldi's doing in his most recent starts, he's been pretty decent, honestly. In his last two, his third most recent start's pretty bad, though, but we'll get to that. His last start was on June 20th against the Royals. He went four innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Not too good. But then his start before that, he went 6 2/3 shutout innings against the Blue Jays. But then his start before that was against the Astros, where he went 5 2/3, gave up 5 earned runs. And then if you kind of want to go back to his one start this season against the Yankees, he went 6 innings, only gave up 1 earned run. So, listen, Nathan Eovaldi, we know he seems like he's a Yankee killer at this point, right? I mean, I want to see if I could pull up his numbers just for facing the Yankees in his career, because I feel like every single time we face him, no matter what team he's on, he just aims for our throat. He's like, yo, you guys gave up on me, so now I'm just going to put you in the grave. Let me see this. Not by catcher. I want to see by opponent. Here we go. So in 7 career starts against the Yankees, he has 2 complete games. And he has a 3.3 ERA. Pretty damn good numbers, if you ask me. I see Jordan says, what are his Fenway numbers? Let me see what his numbers. Are we talking like career? I'll bring up his career numbers in Fenway Park. It looks like he is 10-5 with a 4.28 ERA. If you want to look at his numbers from just this season at Fenway Park, I could pull those up really quick too. But bottom line, like Nathan Eovaldi is going to give the Yankees some trouble tonight, as he usually does. But so far at Fenway this season, Eovaldi has made 10 starts and has a 4.29 ERA. Not too good, but not too bad either. Jesus says Pat looks like Gardner. In what world? Like maybe if I shave my head, possibly. But that's never happening. I'm never shaving my head. I was thinking about getting a haircut. I was thinking about it. But then also, like, you guys know, like, in TV shows, they would have, like a little devil on one side and then, like, a little angel on the other side. I was like, But I feel like the hair is kind of like who I am at this point. Like, if I cut my hair, people just won't like me anymore. Let's see. Yoelva says pitching matchup Gardner versus Eovaldi. Imagine the Yankees throw Gardner on the mound. Chat, if the Yankees had Brett Gardner pitch one day, knowing how bad his arm is in the outfield, how fast do you think that ball would reach home plate? How fast do you think Brett Gardner's fastball would be? Over or under 65 miles per hour? Personally, I think I'd probably go with the under. That fastball is probably like 50. Easy. Jesus has a point. He says you won't be a part of the Nice Hair Club. Me and Dan, kings of the Nice Hair Club. I'm just saying. Not So Family Fun Vision says you're nothing without your hair. Okay. I don't know whether that's a compliment or like a diss. It feels like both at the same time, but I'll take it. Appreciate it. Let's see. Jesse says 60, 52.5. Not So Family Fun Vision says 87. If Brett Gardner could throw an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, I'd let him throw it at my head. I swear on anything. If Brett Gardner goes into a bullpen and he throws a ball left-handed, 87 miles per hour, I will stand in the batter's box and say, Brett, you have permission to throw this ball at my skull. And I'd like to see what happens. I really would. Brad says if Pat cut his hair, Bo Bichette would cry all the way back to AA. I wouldn't get Bo Bichette references anymore. I definitely would not. Yankee Fan Flight says Cole has pitched in Fenway with the Astros in 2018. He didn't do well. He went 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Well, we see Cole tomorrow, and Cole tomorrow is probably the Yankees' best chance of winning, I guess, right? Because we said this going into the series. The 2 games where I think we had the best odds of winning were Game 1 with Herman versus Martin Perez, and the final game of the series, Cole versus Erod. And the Yankees didn't win Game 1, so now you're kind of looking at this tough pitching matchup for the Yankees and Monty versus Eovaldi, and you're just kind of hoping that they win today, so then Cole could be on the mound tomorrow for a deciding game. But I would have liked to see Cole on the mound for going for a sweep. But I'd prefer not to see Cole on the mound tomorrow trying to salvage the series from a sweep. That's not what I want to see tomorrow. So Yankees, do me a solid. I'm talking to you heart to heart right now, New York Yankees. Don't let me down tonight. I want to have a very thrilling post game. I want to be able to come on the post game tonight and we could have a party. We could just be so happy. I'll be smiling ear to ear the entire time. That's all I'm saying. Also, chat, I just remembered this. Do you guys want to know my dream last night? Okay? I had a dream. I checked my phone and it said Rougned Odor has been traded to the San Francisco Giants. Now, I don't know if that was like something down the lines of like me just reminiscing about the Mike Tauchman trade, but yeah, I had a dream that Rougned Odor was traded to the Giants. So, PX says you remember your dream? Who doesn't? I mean, out of like 7 nights a week, I think I remember my dreams maybe like 2 to 3 times a week. It's weird because I have the worst memory of all time, but like I remember my dreams. Yeah, sometimes. Lord, that would be a dream come true. No, literally. Daryl says, in this moment, the players dropped their production in the mid-30s because they're not using steroids. Why the Yankees let their best prospects grow old on their farm without giving them a chance? I wish I could tell you, bro. I wish I could tell you. I don't have answers. I try my best to have answers for you guys all the time, but here's one of those cases where I just don't. I just don't have answers. But you guys know what time it is. Let's make some home run predictions, chat. Looking at tonight's lineup, who do you guys think is going yard? Let me know. If we're kind of looking at the pitching matchup tonight, see who does well against Eovaldi. The only guys in the Yankees lineup who have good numbers against Eovaldi are Clint Frazier, actually. In 7 at-bats, he has 1 home run, 4 RBIs, but he's not in the lineup tonight. So then I'm kind of looking at Judge. In 13 at-bats against Eovaldi, he has 1 home run, batting .308. I'm also looking at maybe Gio Urshela. In 9 at-bats, he has 1 home run against Eovaldi. So listen, chat, I'm going to make some home run predictions here. I'm going to go Judge. I think Judge goes yard tonight. I always pick Judge. You guys know that. I'm only picking one more. I'm going Gio Urshela. I don't know why. I'm sensing like a Gio Urshela home run over the Green Monster. I'm feeling it. I usually pick a third. I usually do. But I'm not tonight. I don't think the Yankees score too many runs off Eovaldi. I think they score like 3 runs max. I think if I'm like predicting Eovaldi's line tonight, he probably goes like 6 innings, gives up like 3 earned runs. And 2 of which will be solo shots by Gio and Judge. So we'll see. Let's see what you guys think. PX says Gary. I see Stanton Torres, Gary. Yankee fan for life says Gardner. I'll actually be very surprised if Gardner goes yard in Fenway Park. You know, this is actually a very interesting topic because Fenway Park, I mean, Gardner could technically just kind of like wrap one around that right field foul pole there, and that could be like 200 feet. How many career home runs does Brett Gardner have at Fenway? It's an interesting number that we could look at. In Fenway Park, Brett Gardner has 6 career home runs. That's in 84 games. Keep that in mind. I don't know. I see Stanton Torres, Judge, Sanchez, Stanton, and Voit. Jonathan has 4 guys going yard tonight. Okay. I'm down with that, I guess. Sanchino and Voit, Glaber and Gio, Frazier, pinch hit. I like that, Ed King. I like that. However, I think by the time if Frazier does pinch hit tonight, Eovaldi, he'll already be out of the game. So I don't think those numbers will really matter too much. Not So Family Fun Vision says Gardy and O'Goat in the 3-hole. I think what Not So Family Fun Vision does is he looks at the players that I kind of like ridicule the most, and he just roots for them to succeed, just so like I can kind of come on here and be like, you know what, I'm wrong. Okay, moving on. Joseph says Stanton, and he sends it over the monster. It's a go-ahead home run. I like that. Borg says, Pat, the Yankees are putting Wandy on the IL because they want to use the excuse that he didn't pitch well because he was hurt. Oh, 100%. 1,000%. This is the same thing as like the Justin Wilson thing. I highly doubt Justin Wilson was ever injured in the first place. So now that Wilson is about to come back, the Yankees are literally just doing the same thing with Peralta to get him out of the bullpen. And so Wilson can come back, take Wandy's spot, and the Yankees could see if Wilson's actually as bad as he's been so far this season. It's so fake, bro. It's so stupid. Hashtag stupid in the chat. But chat, let's make some predictions about Jordan Montgomery's line tonight. How do we think Monty is going to perform? Personally, I think we're going to see some sort of middle ground between his last start against the A's and the start before that against the Blue Jays. So, with that being said, I think we see Monty go 5 2/3. He gives up 3 earned runs. I'm sorry. I don't know if that'll be good enough to get the job done tonight against Eovaldi. It'll be tough, for sure. But I don't know. I'm not sensing a really good start out of Monty tonight. It just seems like every time we see a good start out of Montgomery, like the one last time against Oakland, he always rebounds. And rebounds in the opposite direction, honestly. He kind of just comes out his next start, doesn't do too good. I guess we'll see. I really guess we'll see. Nuclear Yank says, I think Boone will get tossed today. Maybe. I have no idea. Diego says 6 innings, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. I like that. Matt says, Pat, Krisky is back. Oh, I'm well aware. But chat, with that being said, make your final score predictions. What do you guys think is going to happen as far as the final score goes tonight? Are the Yankees going to win? If they do, by how much? If they're going to lose, by how much? Not So Family Fun Vision says Monty's perfect game, 32 Ks, 11 innings pitched. Okay. All right. As far as final score goes tonight, I think the Yankees surprise everyone. I think they win tonight. I have a feeling a lot of you guys are going to be predicting a loss, but I'm going with a win. I think the Yankees win by a final score of 4-3. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but it's going to be a really close one. I think Chapman is kind of going to make us super nervous in the end. I think in the 9th inning, the Red Sox are going to get like bases loaded with 2 outs or something, and the Yankees are going to get like a clutch strikeout to end the game. I think we're going to see a really close game tonight. This might end up biting me if the Yankees get blown out, or if the Yankees blow them out, I'll be happy. But I'm sensing a close game. 4-3 Yanks is my prediction. I see 5-4, 7-2 Sox, 7-4 Yankees, 6-5 Yankees, 8-3 Yankees, 3-1 Yankees. T-Bird says 23-3 Boston. You know, that would suck. That would really suck. I see Red Sox 8, Yankees 3. Willie says Yankees are going to win with 8-3. Okay. Henry says hard-throwing righties are tough on Yanks already lineup. That's very true. That's kind of why Eovaldi's such a tough matchup, because he's such a hard-throwing righty, and the Yankees are such a right-handed heavy lineup. That's kind of what the problem always is. But, chap, with that being said, that is going to wrap things up for today's pregame. You guys know the deal. I'm going live before and after every single Yankees game this season, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Check out all the links in the description. You guys could check out the first link for the Bronx Zoom. Solid book code, Unhinged 30% off, all about the Yankees 2020 season. And then if you guys do, you guys know the deal. Send me your order confirmation, and then I'll hook you guys up with a 30% off code for unhingedclothing.shop. Link is in the description for that. Discord link in the description. Newsbreak, posting exclusive content on there. That link is in the description as well. But you guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I will see you directly after the game, after the Yankees win tonight by a score of, what did I say, 4-3? Yeah. Let's go, Yankees. Peace.